Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
I don't even know. Hell no. Hell no. Yes, sir, baby. Friday, episode 156. Rocking, rolling, and rocking. Last night, while some of y'all were watching the draft, bust after bust get picked, y'all missed one of the most epic, most entertaining games in all of college baseball. Tommy White, a walk-off two-run home run in the 11th inning to give LSU the victory and send them to the championship round to face Florida, SEC foes. SEC's been running college baseball all year. Couldn't be more of a better matchup to end it than LSU and Florida. Wonderful game. If you missed it, two of the aces, Paul Skeens and some long-haired guy for Wake Forest, scoreless. Going to extra innings, 0-0. Now that's baseball. Again, Tommy White, 3 chains McGraw, walking it off 2-0. However, there was an NBA draft last night, and me and my guy, Jaden Chandler Parnell from the JC Pod on YouTube will break down everything that we think and we see, recapping the NBA draft before we get into some MLB baseball talk. Before we really get started here, I just want to shout out to the New Orleans Pelicans for picking the best player in the draft, Jordan Hawkins. Shout out to the Toronto Raptors for picking the second best player in the draft, and Grady Dick. And shout out to the Lakers for getting Jalen Hood, Shafino. Those are the 3 guys I told you will be the best players out of this draft. I think the Blazers had a good draft only because they got Chris Murray. I think Scoot was an ignorant pick. And Marcus Sasser going to the Pistons. That now makes 3 years in a row the Pistons draft one of the best offensive guards from college basketball. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and now Marcus Sasser under the greatest coach out currently in the NBA, in Monty Williams. That will be a blast to watch. But anyway, my man JCP, how you doing today?
Man, I tell you what, I'm doing better than the Atlanta Hawks. No, I'm doing decent, honestly. Great day to be alive. Another blessing day. It's as Pat McAfee likes to say, a feel good Friday. So let's enjoy the day. You've been hot betting as I've been watching, so that's been pretty cool to watch.
Knock on some wood. 7-0 the last 2 days. I think I didn't do the math, but I think I'm somewhere around like 18-3 since Saturday.
Wild. That boy is hotter than fish grease, as our boy Mark Jones likes to say. Deep in your bag, like the fries at the bottom, as he likes to say. That boy is balling.
Oh man, it's been a good week, man. I can't do anything but just thank the players. You know, they the ones that make it happen. I just bet the action, and they're the ones that go out there and get it done. It's rare to be hot like this.
Bargain.
Not rare, but it is rare to go like 18-3. I'm used to winning weeks,
A little streak.
going up about 3 or 4 units a week, maybe 5 on a good week. But to be up 15 units is absolutely bananas.
Man, 15? That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, my bills
50
are
pretty
paid for
good,
the
I say.
summer.
That is nice. Hey, you needed it too after that. Maybe it's a little blessing after the little last week's mishap with, or a week or two ago. I mean, it's been 2 weeks almost, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks since the tree fell on my house in the back.
All right.
Cost me a pretty penny to get all that cleaned up.
And the boys in baseball holding up into the bargain saying, hey,
Nah, yeah, man. Definitely life. That's how life works, man. Good things happen to good people. Karma, all kind of good stuff happening. Uh, Jumping into this draft, it's kind of
Yeah,
crazy, man. It's been some crazy picks. Your
weird
boy
pick.
Tracy Jackson Davis going to the Warriors, picked 57th. He tweeted out, "They will regret it. I promise you." This guy thinks he's a top 10 draft pick.
I think it's going to fit somewhere else decently too, where you can't shoot threes at. I mean, there's very few places where a fourth that can't shoot threes would be decent at.
No, it is weird to see a
Basically, a
six.
backup Draymond. You think, in a way?
Yeah, but I don't think he's as IQ level. I don't think he
Oh
passes
yeah,
the
yeah,
ball as well. I don't think he can come in and run, do the things that Draymond does. I mean, he's 6'9" and he can't dribble or shoot. I don't know where he fits in the NBA. Of course, he could always
yeah. Hey,
be one of those slashers. If he could just catch and
good
dunk,
screener.
yeah, I mean, you playing with the best pick and roll point guard now, and Chris Paul, and two of the best shooters in the world that's going to space the floor. So I'm sure opportunities will give him some lanes to slash in, and he'll get the
Interesting.
ball. He just got to dunk it.
That's gonna be a little weird though. If you're like you said, if he can't dribble, the role he's gonna be playing in the offense. I mean, unless he's gonna do the one dribble handoffs all the time, which is probably what he's gonna do. Give him 10 minutes of one dribble handoff, screen and rolls, rebounds, and put back dunks and lob dunks. That boy and all other 29 teams are gonna regret it that they don't got that.
No, it is. It
It's
is.
funny though.
It is
Hey, I
crazy.
respect it.
It's
The boy believes in himself. I will give him credit for that. Hey, you gotta come within. So hey, at least he thinks he's a dog. I respect it.
the one thing I will say about him is that he's played under Mike Woodson for the last few years, NBA style coach. So I think he's going to be a little more ready, and he's a 4 year player. One of my favorite things, if you look historically, guys that's played 3 or 4 years in college usually tend to do a lot better than guys that only do one and done. Um, there's been a lot of bust that if they would have stayed in college, in my opinion, 1 or 2 more years would be the greatest player of all time in the NBA. They just never figured it out. And by the time they got millions and got to the NBA, they lost all confidence because they wasn't the greatest thing fresh out of college after 1 year. But I think he's old enough, mature enough to understand that once you get to this level, if he has a few bad months, like I can adjust. I think that's the one good thing about him. That's why I think Draymond Green's had the success he has. Of course, he has Steph Curry on his team, but he's a 4 year guy. Steph Curry, 3 year guy. Klay Thompson, 3 year guy. Like the Warriors are built with players that did a pretty long stint in college and they come in the NBA ready. Andrew Wiggins is the one I always point to as if he would have just stayed 1 more year maybe in college, let his body mature, let his mind mature, I think he would have came into the NBA with a whole different mindset.
And what's crazy is he's had a decent career too. So it's like, imagine if he had that one extra step. Because he's been decent. I mean, he literally won the Warriors at their ring basically. So it's like, imagine how much better he could have been. Yeah, if he stayed that one more year and got another year of growth. I can just say like from a football aspect, obviously, since I played that, like 4 years of weightlifting and everything gives you a chance to like and like mature your body and everything. 4 years of like having like an actual program and everything that builds you. Yeah. Instead of just like jumping and then all of a sudden it's like you're training specific areas.
Yeah, man, give your time chance, give yourself a chance to be a damn dog. Like become the greatest college basketball player ever, and then go to the league and dominate. But I get it, man. Why would you turn down millions?
Well, nowadays should be encouraged to almost stay more because of the NILs, hopefully. So hopefully we do get more of that now. But I mean, we'll see because obviously, yeah, the NBA is booming, kind of. I mean, they only took down their league pass by I think like 50% this year, but business is booming. Viewership is at all time low at the regular season, but I think business is booming. They got more money. Something's still going right. Maybe it's all those story ads with Zion
I think
drinking so many stories.
I think Adam Silver slinging cocaine to the Mexican mafia.
I mean, hey, I won't lie, that boy does have a very good straight face. I mean, he could be having a little side hustle.
I just don't see the NBA gaining popularity. But I mean, who
It's
am I?
definitely
I'm an old guy. I
it's
don't watch
definitely
the NBA.
stagnant. I mean, it doesn't help either when your stars are getting busy in wet butts and flashing guns and losing half the season away. Doesn't really help too much. And then all of a sudden, well, I think I heard a stat like 4 out of the 10 like mega superstars right now are, I think, American, and the other 6 are foreign, or it's vice versa. But either way, foreign players have basically evened the table. And I think it was Perkins that said this. He's like, Americans need to do better and step up a little bit because truly, yeah, we're basketball's getting to the point kind of where we're as Americans like we're getting step behind and everything. And I think it shows in the NBA because the NBA is going to move on. It's more they're starting to draft more foreign players, and I'm not saying the foreign players are the reason the viewership's down, but you can kind of relate to it a little bit. It's like as much as like don't get us wrong, like half the world didn't hear about Joker. I bet you if he's an American, 100% different, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying it's one of those things where it's like I feel like a lot of Americans are more reluctant to watch more foreigner players, and there's a lot more on teams, and then I don't know, and that might not even be a correlation. I could be totally wrong, but it's just something like regardless, there's just something wrong with the NBA, honestly. And it's like I don't know, is it just American players? Is it a player level in general? Like there's just something weird and off about it, and that's why, yeah, like you said, viewership's just
I mean,
stagnant.
social media has ruined the society. Everybody in high school goes viral, has 1 million followers, and just takes the shit for granted. I think if Zion Williamson
That
was
is
on a
very true.
4 year, $300,000 contract, I guarantee you his ass would have gotten in shape one of these off seasons because he would have been like, bro, I only got 1 more year left on my contract, and I
He wouldn't
already
even be able to afford the
yeah, I ain't
or
got
the
no more money,
carbon.
bro. I need to get this multi millions, dog. I need to get that second contract. It used to be you get in the league, you got 4 years to prove yourself, and then the second contract is the one that changes your family.
Yeah.
The first contract, yeah, you could buy your mama a house, get her out the hood, but that second contract is like generational wealth. Now I'm getting my 7 years, 120 million. I mean, it's crazy now. Players just come out, get drafted, and get 6 years, 230 million. And I mean, why would Zion get in shape? He's
Yeah.
never had to work for nothing in his life. Since high school,
And if he doesn't care,
he's been dubbed the greatest.
it gets to the point where I truly like this. Obviously, this doesn't have to go to a Zion conversation, but I just truly wonder if he cares. Like it's to the point now where I truly wonder if he cares. I'm starting to lean towards. I don't think he cares. There's a
It's
story I just heard
obvious he don't
recently.
care.
I say like I think not Buster Posey, Buster Olney. I was listening to something about baseball. I think he said Jacoby Ellsbury. I think is the name for the Yankees. He was a guy that towards the end of his career he had a big contract and he was just kind of okay with not playing. Apparently, it's a rumor. I'm not going to call him out and say that's true, but he was just that's out there that Yankees in the clubhouse felt like he was just kind of okay with his money not playing. And I mean, it's just not good for the sport, man. I mean, it's also hard. It's also hard to because there's some people until they get money in front of them, you don't know how they're going to act. Some people can handle it. Other people just lose themselves in it.
I hate to say it, man. I'm pretty sure if you really looked at numbers, it's a bigger percentage that get the big contract and fall off a cliff than it is they get the big contract and get better. And I hate to even point out a few people in the
Is it
NFL.
just in the NBA, or do you think it's? I was about to say, do you think it's league wide
I haven't seen
or
Mike
league
Thomas
league
play
like?
a game since he got 230 million.
Man,
He
you're
got
right
a
about that.
toe
That boy.
injury. He cut his thumbnail wrong. I mean, it's something every season with him. And
I won't lie to you. Can we for a second? Sorry to interrupt you. He's an idiot for not getting the surgery right away and waiting for a whole year to do it. Like, you can go on. He's a moron.
yeah, I mean
Pisses me off.
that's my favorite player. But yeah, I since the second he got that money, I haven't seen him on the field. And it's like that a lot. It's like that way too much, man. I hate to even say Alvin Kamara's name. Running backs do get old faster. I feel like he still gives the effort in games, but he's definitely lost a step, got a little bigger. I don't know, man.
I almost kind of want to blame the team a little bit more for him last year. And also, there's the court case going on that I feel like distracted him a bit. But I mean, you being right there in front row of the Saints, I think you have a better view of it than I do. That's just me from an outside view. I thought like maybe last year you had too many distractions and then just your team was a little bit. With Michael Thomas, 100% right. Alvin Kamara, I mean, you kind of are right too. He got paid, and what is he doing? I mean, you kind of see it. Patrick Mahomes got a big deal, but he also is taking pay cuts. He's also done. I mean, you see the drive that guy got. So I mean, it's proven that it can be done. Like you said, it's just like
I mean,
There
yeah,
are a
look
lot
at
of people
LeBron
that
James,
they get their
bro.
money.
People that care about the legacy and winning will always succeed. But it's people that I think they think the goal is to get millions and play video games.
Which sucks because, like, honestly, it's like there's I just 'cause I'm with you. Yeah, I think there's a lot less people now who love the sport versus, especially, I think it's a lot worse in basketball because a lot of the big men I feel like are like this because they're just tall, so they get forced into it. But I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of people now, like you said, that just don't have the love for the sport. They see it as a job versus sport, which at the end of the day it really is. And it's just, I think you can kind of tell in the field sometimes what those people are as the seasons go on, as it gets longer. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I agree with you. It's just messed up, man. Honestly, because yeah, like you hate to see it. Because like I won't lie, I as a person who didn't watch Zion in high school, who didn't watch many clips, I legit, I think since my freshman year when I watched him play at Duke, I feel like I've seen 15 games of him, and it's been almost 6 years. Like
Yeah, and they gave him
crazy.
230 million. I mean, look at Tobias Harris. I haven't seen him drop over 18 points since he got the max.
Best role player of all time, Tobias Harris. Hey, he had a really good contract year when he needed that money.
That's what I'm saying.
Crazy, right?
The human in us, man, is flawed. Is
Mhm.
You got to be built right, bro. I mean, you brought up Pat Mahomes. I mean, his pops was a baseball player. He
Grind. Oh, that boy knows about the grind, man. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and he don't need the money. It wasn't like I'm gonna go to the NFL so I can get
Oh, yeah.
rich, take care of my family. I want to be the greatest, bro.
And look where he's at right now versus other people.
But man, let me ask you this: You're a father. You got twin boys. They go top 5, both of them, in the draft. How much acting a fool are you doing in that draft room? They gonna have to call
Man,
security on me.
man, bro. I was about to say that boy. You'll just hear me. I'll sound like woo. There's like all the holler and everything, dude. That'd be honestly. That probably has to be one of the coolest feelings in the world. I mean, truly. I mean, because just like you see with the NFL with like the Watt brothers, like it's just cool to see two of them on the team together. These kids were drafted back to back together, and like, man, I mean, Mama has to be proud. I mean, you saw her talking. I mean, like, I've never seen a smile bigger on my face than the one on her face. I mean, it's just truly that would be. I think that's just one of the coolest. I think that has to be one of the coolest things ever. I mean, it's true. I mean, it's hard to put into words, honestly. Just like the feeling that you would have to get, just to like be able to say, "Damn, I think I did right. I think I did the best I could." Top
Yeah,
5 too. I mean,
yeah,
the
that's what
best
I'm
part too
saying.
is like there was no doubt who the top 3 basically were. So basically, the second the draft started, her boys went 1 and 2. I mean, I don't think you can do much better than that.
No, you can't, man. I mean, we've seen a lot of situations where brothers
Tie
playing.
me down to a chair to get me to quit acting a fool.
I'm flipping the
Duct
sandwich
tape my
table
mouth.
over.
You said
I'm
rock
going.
bottoming the guy next to me, like, yeah.
I'm going full LeVar Ball in that thing.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
But I mean, we've seen brothers play together in the NBA, the Antetokounmpos and all that, but we've never seen two go top 5. I think these guys are beasts too. I think the Rockets got the better out of the two brothers. I think
Yep.
Amon Thompson should have been the first pick overall. I definitely think he's gonna have a better career than the 3 people in front of him. I think the Rockets got a steal with that one, and I think the Rockets got a pretty good draft, man.
Now they just need James Harden to come home and not get the ball all the way.
Nah, they don't need that. They picked up Cam Whitmore from Villanova. He's been having some good viral videos.
And is that the guy who fell all the way out? Right?
I don't know.
I think there's somebody. Did he get picked 20th? Because there's somebody who dropped all the way. Yeah, that's the guy. He was supposed to be like top 5, and he dropped all the way to 20.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Apparently, that's a steal for them, but I don't know
Yeah,
how that works.
I like Cam Whitmore. I like what he did at Villanova, man. Once he turned on the switch last year and really figured it out, they went on that little winning streak where there was a problem in the Big East after struggling early on. But also, he got a little piece of my heart just because he's been working out with Carmelo Anthony, my guy Carmelo
Oh
Anthony.
boy, that boy. Happy retirement to him, by the way. He's a Hall of Famer, right?
Easy, first ballot,
Yeah.
top 10 all time since 1930. Not top 10 this generation, top 10 all time scoring on the list.
Oh, I was about saying what? I was about to say for what? And then I was like, yeah, he is top 10 scoring. That is true.
Can't deny it. I think he's top 10 all time, period. But hey, that's just my opinion. But you can't deny he's top 10 scoring. Bro, you might, I ain't gonna lie, you a little younger than me, bro. You was probably 10 and 7 when
Hey, I mean, I
Anthony
know, no. I know how good Melo is. It's just like,
putting in his
it's
work.
just hard to take you. I just think about when I think about that moment. I think about last week. It's like, all right, we're gonna go 9-0. Give me the Mets. It's like, that's where it comes from for me. So like, I gotta wait for a minute. I gotta give it a little pause.
I ain't
I
gonna
have a
lie.
point.
My
I
favorite
have to let it filter, if you know what I mean. Gotta let it go through and be like, all right, the fan filter real quick and be like, all right, you might have a point.
my favorite form of comedy is say something serious that is actually a joke. But I'm dead serious about Melo, man. I mean, he's my favorite player all the time. I watched him battle it out with all the greats, man.
I
But
love his brain game. Might be
it,
my favorite.
gorgeous.
Him and Tim Duncan. Him and Tim Duncan, my two favorite mid rangers of all time.
Reminds me of myself.
Hey, love to see that.
But yeah, man, I think it was a successful draft overall for a few teams. I know you wanted to talk about the Hawks and how much of a blunder they threw out
They
there.
almost don't deserve my time, bro. I looked at their lineup. So you know how you can have like 15 people on a roster, basically. So rough math. Me just guessing. Like, I think I saw 8 guards. Wait, no, it'd be 8 guards, 6 forwards, and a center. I think that's their lineup right now. And they draft. But I was just mad. We were talking about the draft a little bit beforehand. I was just mad about how many guards they drafted. Like, also, I mean, I'll get to that point in a second. I have one more point to add at the end of this. But yeah, I was just going through. It's like, man, I don't like the guard. I kind of don't like the guards they drafted. I don't think. I forget who the You have the list pulled up.
Yeah.
I said, who are the 2 guards they drafted? I know one's Kobe Buffkin. Who's the other one?
You talking about the Hawks?
Yeah,
They got
Kobe
Kobe
Buffkin
Buffkin and
and somebody. I think in the second round that I saw. I'm like, what? And because yeah, that was the
my
Seth
bad.
Lundy. I don't mind the Seth Lundy pick. That's actually that one I feel kind of good with. I think he'd fit them well since with the way he shoots threes. You're all good. I had to pull it up for mine too, so we're fine. But I don't. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind the Seth Lundy pick, but it's just a pack that man. They got as I said before the pre-show, Delonte West, aka DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, Kobe Buffkin now, Seth Lundy, Bojan Bogdanovic. I mean, like they have a starting 5 of guards already, and it's just like, and they have one center. Like I just don't understand what the hell Atlanta's front office is doing. Like, this was the big thing we had about the draft a little bit. I don't get why teams are just drafting. I don't get why they don't draft the needs more than like the talent or whatever it is. And even then, like Kobe Buffkin going that high, I was kind of shocked with. But the point I didn't want to get into, you forgot when you're talking about guys who had a great draft night, you forgot one team, and that is Juwan Howard, who got his son in the top 15. Great draft night by Juwan Howard.
I ain't
Great
gonna lie.
night.
The
I
fact
pointed out
that
that.
Kobe Buffkin and Jet Howard got picked top 15 when they were absolute garbage last season in college.
I
When
can't believe Jet got drafted this year.
That's what I'm saying. Period. Both of these players, like, I can't believe that they even that somebody even thought about drafting them, and much less drafting them top 15. And I hate to hate on these cats, man, but I guess I think it's changing from let's draft proven players to let's draft potential. Kobe Buffkin last year was
Terrible.
one of my favorite players for Michigan, but I was I thought I'd watch him for the next 3-4 years. I mean, I didn't even think he was good enough to even think about going to the draft. I mean, this kid choked every time they gave him the ball in pressure situations. This kid hit a couple big shots, but Kobe Buffkin, man, I wish the best to you. Undersized guard, leaving the college early. I just don't get it. And Jet Howard, I mean, shout out to Juwan Howard. All season, he didn't care about winning. All he said was, if you think about shooting it, pass it to my son and get the hell on out the way. If you do shoot it, I'm slapping the hell out you, and we running lines.
And we had
all
inside
day.
scoop at the practice, so he's 100% saying this right. We got video proof that we can't release, but this was said.
I mean,
allegedly.
you got one of the best big men in the country, and all he's doing is passing the ball to your son and getting the hell out the way. It was disgusting to watch what Michigan did last year offensively. One of the worst coaching I've ever seen in my life. And this is why he did it. He wanted Jet Howard to drop 19 a game on 27 shots a game and get drafted. And it happened. Kobe Buffkin, I really am a head scratcher. Jet Howard, I understand it. Magic, one of the worst franchises historically in the league. It makes a ton of sense. Ton of sense. I don't understand players, like you just said, drafting for. But then again, maybe it's because there ain't no big men in the world left. I can't think
That
of a
is
big
true.
man. Period. I can't think of one big man.
Zach 80, and when you think of him, it's like, oh, he can't shoot really. There's so many. And then when you think of the big men, they have so many flaws. Sonogo, but even is he a big man technically? He's like more of a big four, like a smaller four, big, or I guess smaller five, like average four. But power forward position is dead in the NBA now. Now it's just a stretch. A stretch
I know it
forward.
blows my mind. All these 6'10", 7-foot guys want to be guards. I mean, we always wanted to be guards, but at the end of the day, like picture Shaq and David Robinson and Akeem Olajuwon going behind the back, under the leg, and jacking threes. Like that's how dumb it is to me seeing these kids do this.
There are some people. It's like you should not be taking 5 threes a game. You should get one or two maybe. If it's like in transition, you do a screen and roll, and you take one step back and just happen to be there. Like it's one of the It's just
they just making the game hard for themselves, bro. Like we never saw Tim Duncan dribble the ball all the way up the court, try to cross 3 people and pull up with a jumper. Like it's ignorant. It's dumb. I don't care if you good enough to do it. Get your
that's
big
why
ass on the block and give me 2 points, bro.
that was my biggest issue with Bam Adebayo. As much as I love him to death, and I know like he can go like easily can go 20 for 20 on those mid rangers. It's like, bro, you can take like it's just like you. There's a guy on like certain guys on you where if you just take one more step, you got a layup, bro.
Go
Like,
dunk on somebody.
I just think they're scared of. I just wish that I'm not saying everybody is, and I understand the NBA people are harder. I just wish that more guys were not as afraid of contact. I could be totally wrong, but from my viewership, it seems like guys are like afraid to get hit a little bit, which I understand they're trying to protect themselves in their career and everything. But like, hang a little, boys. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. What happened to the crab dribble drop step dunking on somebody's head, bro? It's all this
Right,
two dribbles,
shoving them back, Dudley style.
bump into him and fade away, bro. Like, what the hell is that? That's some shit that Iverson used to do because he was fucking 5'11".
That's all these guys grew up watching Iverson.
Man,
and
please.
one mixtape.
It's disgusting, man.
It is a bit ridiculous, though. Truly.
Even fucking Joker, man, as dominant as he is, them baby hooks be killing me, bro. Just dunk that shit. I mean, I know he can't jump over a quota.
I won't lie. I've come to the terms with him being okay to do it because his touch around the rim is the way the ball rolls. He is the one guy I'm like, okay, you can do whatever the hell you want around there because you got a way to make that ball roll magically into the hoop I've never seen before. He is the one guy that I'm like, hey, if you want to take all these damn fadeaways, do it because somehow you make the ball roll in. But even then, yeah, you're right. Like even him, like, and I would say he's more the traditionalist big we have because he actually does try to bang people down low. But yeah, even then, even he's prone to just like be staying outside and then just doing his Larry Bird behind the back three.
I know, man. I don't know how people watch this shit. The product that the NBA puts on the floor night in and night out, I mean, to a traditional basketball mind, it's unwatchable.
I mean, they're definitely, you can tell, like trying to go for clips and highlights for Twitter and everything because that's where the views are at right now, which sucks for the basketball purists. I'm not calling myself one. I'm just saying. That's where I assume that the issue is wrong. Is I think they're trying to go for too many clips and too much. Like, I think they're going away from traditional basketball and trying to get into like this highlight era of basketball, which is killing the game.
Nah, man. I think you hit it right on the spot, man. The last person I want to shout out in the draft, the Bucks picking up Andre Jackson Jr., one of the best point guards last season in the collegiate level. He was really the engine that got UConn going. As much as they had the superstar power with Sonogo and Hawkins, he was the guy pushing the break and getting the ball to him in the spots that they needed it to be successful. I think Andre Jackson Jr. is a great pickup to go along. Giannis, hopefully they can re-sign Chris Middleton. I'm not sure the status on Drew Holiday out there, but I feel like part of me thinks the Bucks are falling apart, and part of me thinks they're rebuilding in the right direction. I think Andre Jackson Jr. is a great piece to have to be your point guard moving forward. And
Word.
yeah, I don't know if you got
Yes.
anything else you want to throw out there on the draft before we move to some baseball.
Ah, I mean, not really. I didn't pay attention to the draft too much like that. One, and then like second, yeah, you're more the college basketball guy than me. So I think anything, I basically would just be saying probably something repetitive that you said, just in a dumber fashion. So I think you said it best.
Man, I think the Pistons won the draft, and I think the Clippers got a steal at 30th with Kobe Brown. I think he's
I
got the
well, I think
mentality.
the Hawks lost the draft. I'll throw that out there.
I agree.
Actually, I lied. I think the Pacers lost the draft. The Pacers drafted like 8 good people and traded them all away, and then drafted 2 whatevers. That's something that I'm kind of upset about. That's where I want to end the draft talk with. I'll say that. That really bothered me. We were talking about it. I'm like, man, the Pacers had a lot of good picks. It's like, oh wait, they traded them to the Nuggets.
Yeah,
Man,
I don't know how the Nuggets
man.
just robbed everybody last night.
Yeah, the Nuggets won are another winner of the draft. I want to say that too. We didn't mention that slightly, but I think Julian Strother, Jalen Pickett, amazing pickups. I mean, they get Christian Brown last year. They get these 2 guys last year. That's a front office that knows what they're doing. Those are some basketball players. I tell you what.
Yeah, man, I agree 100%. I
Ain't going to
think
be drowning in soda and wet butts. They're going to be playing basketball.
yeah, I definitely think a few teams won the draft last night. I like what the Raptors did. Two teams you just mentioned, Pelicans, even though they only had one pick, they picked, in my opinion, the best player in the draft. Who was the best player in college last year? Who was the champion last year?
Hey, do you think more teams won than lost probably in the draft? What I've seen so far, I would think so.
I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of teams, obviously, so that'd be a lot of like. I would say so far we've named more teams that have done good than have done bad. So that's what makes it
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's a few teams that I don't know. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just disappointed in the lack of big men in this draft. All I'm seeing is guards, 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 guards. I look at the NBA. They already got guards, 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 guards. I don't know how some of these players are gonna
fortified pickup.
fit in. Yeah, it's. I don't
Just
know,
turning
man.
in and get your 5 guys out there and start running. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Also, one more thing. Sorry. Shout out Heat. Jaime Jaquez, my boy. Awesome pick. That one got me juiced. That one got me juiced. He's going to be good.
yeah.
Like you said, going to average 9 a game all season. There's going to be one game in the playoffs where he drops 25 in like a closeout game. They're like, bro, who is this guy? He's going to have the headband on with the flowy hair and the goatee, and it's going to be like, it's that boy. That boy Jaime.
Nah, that boy has it, whatever it is.
That
But yeah,
dog
man,
is
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see all these guys start their NBA journey. I'll be rooting for a few guys for sure.
future early on rookie of the year.
Man,
Way too early on rookie of the year. They have a boost on FanDuel for Wemby to be rookie of the year at plus 100 now.
I hate to say it, he's not gonna be
Plus
rookie of the
120.
year.
By the way, new parameters for the new CBA. You have to play 65 games to get rookie of the year. So he would have to play in 65 games to get rookie of the year.
It's hard to decide, man, between Kobe Buffkin and I'm playing. It's hard to decide for me.
Yeah, Howard.
I think Amon Thompson, Grady
Oh,
Dick, Jordan Hawkins.
there it is. I was waiting for him.
Uh,
I like him.
I know. I'm trying to see who can really have an impact, like immediately.
Scoot Miller.
Nah,
Neither of them.
no. Scoot's not gonna get no minutes in Portland, man. He don't pass the damn ball. They already got the greatest point guard they've ever had. I don't know why they
Are they going
drafted
to
that
get rid
dude.
of him? They might be trading him with drafting. Everyone thinks they're going to get rid of him because they drafted Scoot. That's rumor on the block.
Bro, they not drafting Dame. Like I'm sick of people even thinking about that shit. Dame is not leaving Portland ever.
Maybe. I hope he doesn't. But unless he goes to the Heat, then I'd be okay with it. But
If I saw Dame in any other uniform, bro, I'd be disappointed in Portland's front office.
that would be some. I mean, I'm already pretty disappointed in their front office for what they've done to him so far, but yeah, we don't gotta go there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like those three guys. I think they have a chance to really impact right now. Amon Thompson is going to the Rockets, who worst team in the country.
You said the Piston Thompson, right? By the way, sorry to interrupt. You think the Piston Thompson's going to be the rookie of the year,
Rockets.
or do you think the Rockets one?
Yeah, I think he should have went number one overall. I mean, I don't know what the hell the Spurs are doing, drafting that bust. I think he's the best player in the draft, just overall raw talent wise. I think Grady Dick's gonna fit in beautifully in the Raptors organization if he gets the minutes and opportunity. I can definitely see him dropping 15 and 5. And Jordan Hawkins, man, he's gonna come to the Pelicans. We need players. We need to trade Zion and get some big men, and we need to make a run at this thing. If he gets the chance, I think he can easily drop 17 a game in the NBA. And I love Chris Murray going to Blazers. I don't know how good they'll use him. Kobe Brown going to the Clippers. Again, I don't know if he'll get minutes. But there is a situation, and I hate to ever bring up injuries, but you got two of the most injury-prone superstars in the world with the Clippers. Kobe Brown could step in and immediately, without even like expecting, play starting for 70 games and be a damn dog, be the best scorer on the team. If I had to bet one guy though, it'll probably be the Thompson brother that went to the Rockets. I think he has the biggest chance to just start and impact.
I can't wait to see it. I wonder what the odds are. I'll go check real quick.
Yeah, I haven't looked.
I don't even know if they have it out yet. Hey, shout out Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler.
Boy, plus 3 their day.
Plus
right
3?
Now.
Well,
Plus 330 on the.
Oh.
I'm talking about the odds. I don't know what he is. He was -7 as of yesterday. I'm just assuming the people in front of him.
Oh, plus 350. I thought you were saying he hit plus 3 yesterday, so shout him out. I was like, huh?
Oh, no. Thank the Lord he didn't hit plus 3 yesterday. That would have been pretty bad. Sorry, they took away the basketball window, of course, now finally. So it was an issue to find. So NBA futures. So NBA futures. I don't think they have rookie of the year out.
Yeah, all I got is championship odds.
Which is dumb. But they don't have rookie of the year out, but I can bet on Victor Wembanyama to win the rookie of the year at plus 120, but they don't have rookie of the year odds out. That's so stupid, bro. Like, why are you only going to allow us to bet on one guy just so you can try to get everyone's money? I don't think Wemby's going to win rookie of the year. I don't think, strictly because I don't think he's going to play 65 games. I think Pop's going to be like, listen, we're going to play like 60.
I don't think people realize how trash he is. Like, I get the clips, him going under the legs 3 times and hitting a fadeaway jumper. But I don't think people realize like how unbasketball sound and how weak and how just total game overall is just trash. He's not gonna be able to stay in front of anybody defensively.
I said the one team that he played over there that he had his worst game ever was a team that I think played the most traditional NBA style, like overseas. I think that's something I did here. Like his worst game, the only game he didn't score 10 points was in a game where they played like a little bit of traditional NBA style, kind of roughed him up, did a little stuff like that. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see the adjustment to NBA. I think it will take him a minute, so I think he's going to get flamed in the first. I'm really interested to see how he does, like, as the year goes on. I think it's going to be a rough, like, wake-up call from the first month for sure. Just to get used to all the NBA and everything. And he's going to be in a new, what do you call it, new country and everything, like. I think everyone who's coming out thinking he's going to be dropping 30, getting 20 rebounds every game, I think they're going to get a rude awakening.
They don't crack, bro.
Indeed they are.
But man, what you looking at on this baseball card?
Oh boy, the Athletics. Give me them. Blue Jays suck. No, I'm just kidding. Lean wise, I kind of Patrick Corbin's pitching. Never mind. Honestly, I'm not liking a lot of these games today. I won't even lie to you. I kind of want to take. I know kind of want to take the D-backs a little bit just because the odds are so big. But the Giants have been smoking hot, so that scares me. I want to lean towards the Red Sox because they've been sliding a little bit. I think right now I might take. I think Braves. don't know if I kind of want to take Braves run line, but the Reds have been smoking hot. I think my only bet right now is I have the Orioles money line, and I think that's damn near about it. Like legit, I don't. Maybe Ray. I'll take like Ray's run line. Maybe I don't even know if I want to do that. Like this, I think this is one of those. This is one of those. What do you call it? One of those days where I think all the odds are a little too high, and then odds are a little too high, and I personally for me, I don't like this matchup because there's certain teams I just don't bet on in general. Kind of describe my betting strategy. There's certain teams I don't bet on, and then in a lot of these matchups, there's those teams that like I kind of avoid. So it's like I kind of want to lean Pirates, but the Marlins are favored by like 186 on this book or on my thing. It's like, man, the Marlins feel a little too big. I kind of like the Marlins, but it feels like a little too big for the Marlins. That's how I feel. So I think my only bet truly is probably the Orioles, and I mean I might just take the Braves run line because they're the Braves, but past that, yeah, Braves run line, Orioles money line, and just because you know what, fuck them. That's why we'll take the Athletics against the Blue Jays because fuck them, I guess.
Chris Bassett.
Big odd. I like the big odds, so like why not? Plus 200. I've like not. I'm not gonna have a lot of bets today anyway, so why not take a really long odd and take that? So yeah, Blue Jays money line because we're fading the Mariners, and I like Orioles money line because they're playing the Mariners, and I'm fading the Mariners. Braves run line, and then the Athletics are my three.
I can dig it, man. I can definitely dig it.
Oh, actually, hopefully I gave you enough time to kind of get your bet slip together. That's why I was kind of stretching that a bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel. How do you feel about the slate? Am I alone thinking it's a little weird slate today?
That's baseball, baby. That's how it goes, man. I mean,
I feel like we've had two like really good weeks of matchups where I'm like I like a lot of the board. So I feel like now it's gonna be like a week or two where it's like, these are weird.
yeah, it's baseball and with the interleague shit. Like, I don't think I'm used to seeing Red Sox and White Sox play. I don't think I'm used to seeing the Braves and the Reds play. Just a few matchups I'm not used to seeing for sure. But I don't know, man. I'm excited about it. I like this Wade Miley Shane Bieber matchup just as far as pitching wise goes. I know you don't bet on the Padres, but I like them tonight. I don't know if I'll bet them
They
either.
should, right?
I mean, Musgrove's 5-2. You got the worst pitcher in the league, and Patrick Corbin up on the mound. The best lineup on paper in the Padres.
Bro, those Padres, man. I'm telling you, like I want to bet them so bad, but if I touch them, they're literally gonna win 1-0 because I'm gonna take the run line, or they're gonna get waxed. There's no in between.
No, I can see it, man.
Man,
Giants.
what is up with that?
Minus 175. That's bananas.
Right, that's why I feel weird about that. It's like I almost want to take the other side just because they're so big of favorites, and they literally like what they won last game on a walk. Like I'm not gonna say like the fire's running out a little bit, but that's like a little bit of they could have probably lost that game right there.
The Giants, they lost 10-0 yesterday.
They did.
I'm pretty sure. I could check, but yeah, I mean,
I might have missed. Oh, I might have missed their game yesterday. I thought they had the day off yesterday.
Yeah, they lost 10-0 for sure.
Okay, so they just didn't sweep the series then. Okay, that's not bad. That kind of I mean, them not sweeping the series, that kind of makes me feel like losing 10-0. That is a little bit scary, but I feel like because they didn't sweep the series, like they won 3 or 4, right, or 2 or 3, whatever it was.
They won 10 in a row.
So yeah, they were due to probably lose there. Yeah, man. Do you like them there, or how do you? That number feels big, right?
I love them tonight.
Really?
Yeah, it's Zach Davies on the mound, aka Mr. Give Up 10 runs before they pull me out. Logan Webb on the mound, aka supposed to be a Cy Young, but somehow never reaches that potential. He's like on the Mitch Keller level. He also plays on the Giants, which I think he'd have a lot more wins if he was on a good team. Like you put Logan Webb on the Rays, he's probably 11-1 right now.
He's probably feeling pretty good. He's probably pretty good.
No, I mean he's
taking that run line.
I mean if I take it, that's what I gotta do. That's the only part that makes me nervous, man. I hate taking home teams on the run line.
Right, because you basically lose that half inning.
Yeah, if they win it, it's killed me too many times where it's like they up one going into the ninth. I don't know, man. Astros. I like the Astros.
I don't think I saw them on my book. Who they play?
The
Oh,
Brooklyn
ooh,
Bums.
ooh, that's why I thought they played the Dodgers.
The
Man, talk about
Brooklyn
two teams that are
Bums.
struggling season overall wise.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough one. I'm going pitcher matchup though. This Edmund Sheehan looks like a weirdo. No, I'm kidding, man. Don't beat me up. This guy was born in your town. I mean your year.
Who me?
Good old '99.
Hey, 90s baby, let's go. Another one of them.
That's his second start of the season. He went 6 innings, 3 strikeouts. His first start. I'm not
Hey, not bad.
sure if they won or lost. He didn't give up any earned runs though, or any hits. He went 6 hitless.
No Ernie's.
So maybe I will stay away from that weird looking guy.
Man. Weird looking guy. Hey, my boy. 99, baby.
That boy looked like he's ready for the Men in Black 4 to come out.
I can't see his picture, so I'm just imagining it in my head. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that is. I can't believe Padres minus on the run line minus 130.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not even. It's not even worth it, man. I'm not gonna lose money on the Fathers tonight.
I might take that over.
Man, that's a dangerous game.
Over 8 with the best lineup in
Depending on
baseball against the worst pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, you know who we're talking about. If it was anybody else but the Fathers.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't have the relationship you have with the Padres. I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong. It's just funny. I don't feel like I don't know.
Man, no, they should cover. Honestly, that just you know how it goes with me and Padres games. I hate them boys.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the over, man.
Soto goes 0 for 5 when I bet him. 3 games later, he goes his first 5 for 5 game ever. It's like, of course, loser bomb.
Yeah, I mean they put up 10 last night on the Giants. Hopefully those bets
Yeah,
are
no, they-
hot.
Yeah, hope
I will say this though, as bad
stayed
as
home, right?
yeah, as bad as Corbin Carroll's been, man. Not Corbin Carroll. As bad as Patrick Corbin's been, he's the last 3 or 4 games he's pitched has been pretty damn good.
I think I lost his last 2 outings against him. I think that's why I just quit betting. I lost 2 outings against him at one point. So I'm just like, man, this guy's the best pitcher in baseball again. All of a sudden, I gotta quit.
Yeah, last 7 games, he's 3-3.
I was on 3 of those.
22 earned runs though in 7 games that he's pitched.
Golly, boy, how is he still in the league?
46 earned runs in his last 15 starts.
Oh my God, this guy's getting paid. I could do that and make as much money as him. Put me in, coach.
I know, man. I got a pretty good 72-mile-an-hour fastball I could throw out there.
I forgot. My shoulders are shot, man. The fastball's. I'll be lucky the fastball's pumping 70 now. My arms are toast, bro. Too many times of playing football and sliding into first, man. My shoulders are gone. Sliding into second, I guess. I'm not sliding into first.
I was about to say. I feel like I can hit 70 at least once.
Man, I don't know. The other day I tried to throw a golf ball not stretching, and I was probably not the stretching part, but I threw it, and I'm like, oh boy, like do I not got it anymore? It was real. I tell you what, that was really humbling when I threw it. I'm like, man, what the hell? It's like I actually tried to put a little bit on it, and it might have been just because it's a golf ball, but I'm not gonna talk about how far the thing went. But I threw it. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, wait a minute. I started stretching out the arms. Like, can I not?
Yeah.
Fucked up, man. I'll tell you what, I don't know. So I mean, like I said, the point still stands. If you want to give up 46 earnings, like, hey, you got 2 guys right here that could probably do it. I might be able to give you 56 earnings if that's what you want. I'll get you a higher draft pick than that.
Nah, man, this guy Patrick Corbin, baby, the lefty.
Boy, shout out Dallas Keuchel getting back in the league.
Hey, nah, I can't wait to fade his ass. I was trying to look for when is he pitching? As soon as I saw it, he pitching tomorrow. When is he pitching?
I think he. I think he signed a minor league deal. I don't even think he's in the majors.
I thought the Twins. Well, yeah, they probably put him in the minors. I didn't think about that, but yeah, when are he pitching? Y'all got minor league lines?
I don't know. I'm interested. He'll probably be called up within the next week or two. I mean, they did it pretty quick with Gary Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez, bro, that guy signed with like 4 teams before he got called up, bro. He was with the Mets for 2 days, with somebody else for a week, and then the Padres were like, "Come on, we're the best lineup in baseball. We'll cover you."
The 35-year-old left-hander was 2-9 with a 9.2 ERA and 14 starts last year with the Chicago White Sox, Arizona Diamondbacks, and Texas Rangers. That boy, Keuchel.
No, I wrote an article on him specifically last year being big trash.
Signed a $55.5 million 3-year deal with the White Sox in 2019.
No, I'm telling you, and I'm sure you know, bro. 2020, White Sox was about to be the best team of the 2020s, bro.
Yeah, I was in the city around then.
Robert, Anderson, Abreu, Moncana, and then pitching wise, it was supposed to be Kopech, Cease, Giolito was at the top of his game, Keuchel. We were supposed to literally be an all-star team.
Was that the year they lost to the Astros in the playoffs?
Every year they lose to the Astros in the playoffs. But yeah,
I got a funny
that
story
was the year.
Though. So it was one of those years. I think my man, I forget. I think it was either that year 2020 or the year right after. One of those 2 years when they played the Astros. There was Barstool had an offer bet where they're like, "Hey, bet $75 if your team wins, or it's like 75 or 100. Bet your team wins, you'll get your cool sweatshirt and you'll get the money bet and everything." It was just really cool Southside sweatshirt and everything. But I think you had to win to get it. I'm pretty sure. So anyway, so there was like one of those things, our spring practices, and we're basically all going out to practice, and I think 2 of them couldn't practice, either 1 or 2 of them, but shout out my Indy boys. 2 of them couldn't practice, or 1 of them or 2 of them could have practiced. It's like, hey, we'll sit here, we'll watch the White Sox games, we'll let you know. 10-0. You want to talk about some boys that lost $100 and were soulless men? We came back, no BS. The guy was in a chair like this. We came back in, hey Jacob, what's up? He just
It was in the days.
Literally got up out of the chair and just left the room. Like when he literally, I think he just lost it for a minute. Oh man, that was a funny time though. I feel bad for him though, because yeah, that boy, I think that boy was hurt, missed our practice, and then just had to watch his boys get clapped. Lost $100, didn't get the sweatshirt. Like them boys had a bad day. We were at practice. We're sitting there. It's like, man, the White Sox are down 6-0. Like, you might need to go check in on Jacob. He might not be okay.
Somebody go take his shoelaces.
Shout out Jacob, man. That was great time. Him and Dom, man. I feel really bad for them because I didn't lose as much money as them, but boy, they had a rough day that day. I tell you what, going back to that room, man, you could just vibes were not high in that room when you got in there. You almost went in there and like, man, there's some like heavy clouds in here.
Sports gambling to make men from boys.
I tell you what, man, the sweatshirt did look cool though. I think they ended up getting it, but also, I think they paid like $100 or something for the sweatshirt when they could have got it. If the White Sox won, they could have got it for free. I think they did end up getting the sweatshirt. I take that back. I think they did end up getting it, but man, you want to talk about some boys that were depressed that day? It's like, man, your dog died. It's like damn near.
No,
I tell you,
I remember taking off work to watch those games, bro. That was COVID year, man. I was just heartbroken for the White Sox. I don't have no betting stories for it. I almost drove to Houston to catch one of those games, and I'm glad I didn't.
Sitting there like, man, I should have just been working. God damn, these boys getting smoked.
Right.
Dude, they got that. I just felt so bad for them because, like, dude, their bet stood no chance. I think it was like 3-0 in like the second inning. They were getting steamrolled. It's like, it's gonna be, and that was, this is pre-pitch clock, people. So this was like a 2.5 to 3.5 hour game. Them boys just
the good old days.
The OG days.
Yeah, I got 4 bets tonight, man. Like them all.
Hear them.
We'll see what the hell happens. I'm waiting to have a bad day though. When you have 5 good days in a row, I just been on like the edge of my seat every day. Like yesterday, I was like, I'm going 0 for 3, bro.
Hey, you just need one more.
3-0.
You can go have a bad day tomorrow when no one's looking. You just got to go one more, man.
Nah,
got it. You got it today.
I'm gonna start off with the Rays, baby. The baby back Rays -1.5. I don't think Granky's won a game on the road in about 2.5 seasons. A little bit of juice. Give me the Rays on the run line -125. I think that's pretty. I think that's my favorite bet of the day. I'm gonna rock with you on these Orioles taking on the mighty Mariners, and then I'm gonna go 2 overs.
Yesterday.
Huh?
I said, I was just saying, Mariners won 10-2 yesterday, so hopefully they're done scoring runs.
Hey, I had the over, so.
Yes, we did. Shout out.
Give me the Red Sox, White Sox, over 8.5. Red Sox, my favorite team to take the overs on, and White Sox suck. Giolito sucks. Bello sucks. I think both of these offenses can get hot, and that's kind of a joke because I don't think the White Sox offense even understands that they're allowed to get hot. I think they have to stay under 3 runs in every game they play in. I think they're scared to get hits so they don't get fined. But give me the over on the White Sox, Red Sox, 8.5. I think the Red Sox tear Giolito up and get 8 on their own. And then give me the over on the Padres Nationals. We just talked about it. Patrick Corbin against the best lineup in baseball. The San Diego Padres. Give me over 8 on the Padres and the Nationals. I think this is another instance where Padres get it all on their own. And that's how I'm rocking, man. Padres, Nats over. White Sox, Red Sox over. Orioles on the money line. Rays on the run line. And I will say this, as I put my bets in, I got a horrible feeling about the Orioles.
Yep, same here.
Every time I looked at it, I was like, don't do it. As soon as I typed the money, I was like, don't do it. And then I scrolled through it.
I told you, it's one of those days. It's just, man, I just don't know. I mean, I mean, what? They just got, I mean, I guess they just been traveling a little bit. Mariners have another road trip away from home. Maybe the Orioles can steal the first game. Yeah, I feel a little nervous about it too. I told you, it feels like a weird week. I mean, I got the Athletics on my bet sheet, so that should tell you all about how I feel about the slate today.
Hey, man, they do, right?
I don't think the Athletics are ever allowed to be due.
Nah,
The way they treat the baseball gods.
That's an
The way they
inside.
treat them, man.
That's an inside joke with myself, man. There's no such thing as fucking do.
Yeah, I heard that rant the other day.
Lost 8 in a row, though, baby. They're due.
They'll lose another.
People really be saying stupid ass shit like that. Like, why you bet them? They do. Huh? What? Do what?
They got it this time.
They got bills due? What they do?
It's like saying Russell Wilson was due to play good last year. After one of these, like, yeah, like they said all year with the Broncos last year. Like, he'll figure it out. They're due. Then they lost 7 in a row.
No, yes.
So it's like, oh, season's over.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, man. And how about
Hey,
this?
the guys.
I just want to throw this out there before we get the heck on up out of here. 2 of the biggest win streaks of the season clashing head to head today. Reds, 11 in a row, taking on the mighty Atlanta Braves, who've won 8 in a row.
Yeah, and I took the Braves run line, so I feel awful about that.
Yeah, you know what surprises me about this run the Reds have been on? It's not
What's
like
good?
their pitching is good. Like every game, it's like 6-5, 7-6. It's like they're giving up a shit ton of runs. Their offense is just so hot.
I think the youth, they just have so much youth that's having so much fun right now, actually winning. And I think the energy is just so high up there that the offense has just been like, we got it. Don't worry about it. They're a team that would be interesting to see if they're going to trade for anybody at the deadline. But kind of sounds like this deadline is a little bit like no man's land right now because of all the Centrals being in contention, all those bum ass teams.
I mean, you can count the Pirates and Cardinals out of that conversation.
I mean, technically, they're right there. I mean, yeah, but the Cardinals probably aren't going to get rid of anybody. And same with the Pirates. So then there goes 2 teams still off the market. I like Cardinals might trade somebody, but I don't know, man. It just feels like, all I'm hearing is that there's not going to be very many trades. So the teams you see are pretty much the teams you're going to get this year.
I think opposite. I think it's going to be one of the craziest trade markets of all time.
Like, I'm talking like, you're saying like, and I'm talking about the end season. I'm not talking about like postseason. like once the season's over. I'm just talking about like before the trade deadline. Like
Yeah,
you're saying, there's going to be really
yeah, man.
who's there? Who's really going to trade? I heard like basically there's only like 2 or 3 teams that are truly out of it. The rest of the teams technically still have a shot right now,
Yeah, but
or won't trade.
I think it's gonna be a lot of trades, man. I think it's gonna be shake up. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know. Last year was a pretty quiet trade deadline outside of Juan Soto, but I mean the White Sox. I think they about to get rid of everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean I can see them trading Giolito and Tim Anderson before the deadline. It just seems like the writing's on the wall,
Ooh.
and I can see Dodgers being a buyer for both of them. Um,
Yankees might get Bellinger from the Cubs. That's a rumor.
I can see, bro. Yankees, they desperately need to make some damn trades, bro. If they finish this season with Donaldson, Rizzo, and LeMahieu, I mean
Bro, they got
they
18 DHs on their lineup.
I
I
just
don't know what they're doing, bro. I don't know what they're doing, man.
it's bananas. The Mets, they need to make some hot ham noise. I
Trust
mean, they got Pham and Vogelback, who's just literally taking up a jersey. It's a lot of stuff like that, and there's a lot of pictures for teams like the Nats in the bullpen and the Royals in the bullpen, who I can see them trying to get some prospects and getting off some relievers, and teams like the Diamondbacks and even the Reds trying to beef up their pitching.
Oh shit! I can't tell. I'm sorry. I was hearing what you were saying, but man, I couldn't tell if that was a fat joke or not. Of Vogelback, you said he fills up a jersey, and I just my man, that boy. It took me a minute. Like, oh, I know what he's talking about. They do need some help at pitching, though, for sure. I mean, I think the Mets should. Yeah, the Mets have like what they got. Old Yeller times 5 in their starting rotation, and then Kentai, is that his name? Or, no, Senga. Kentai is on somebody else. I think he's for the Twins.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
they
man. Like even
they need
teams
some
like the
help.
Astros, man. They need something. I don't know what it is, but these teams, some of these teams need
They
some.
need York to come back.
Yeah, I can see Angels
Uh,
even trying to be aggressive at the trade deadline, man. That's the first chance in the history of the Los Angeles Angels. No, I'm lying, but this is the first chance since they had the Trout Otani duo that they're actually doing okay.
they need to. They need to do something to go all out to prove. Because I mean, I heard some stuff about Shohei that he's more willing to stay because I mean he's a guy of like that likes habits. So I mean, and there's been a history of him where it's not necessarily all just about money. So I mean, if the Angels can prove something to him this year, he might be more willing and inclined to stay. So they
Yeah,
should, I think.
I just said the Dodgers, but imagine if the Angels could somehow get TA in that lineup, man.
Man,
It'll break my heart when Tim Anderson leaves the White Sox, but I think it's inevitable, whether it's in the trade before August 1st
you just
or
prepping yourself for it,
yeah. It's like when you
man.
I ain't gonna get too deep. I was about to say some deep shit, but yeah.
Terrible feeling, man.
Nah, man, this White Sox team, man, is just feels like one of my parents is dying all over again, bro.
You want to I would say you want to hear a text from my uncle. My uncle, lifetime or lifelong White Sox fan. He said they have the dumbest little stats about their losing all the time. And because I asked him, are the White Sox always destined to suck? He's like, yes, they are. There, and then yeah, he's like, I wish I could find it. There's a text he sent me forever ago that was like the biggest White Sox like rant I've ever heard. This is a guy, a passionate guy. He's just like, we're always gonna suck. Every time something good finally happens, they find a way to screw it up. He went on this whole big wrong thing. It's like, man, the more you watch it, it's like it almost is like they can't get out of their own way a little bit. Like I think they really, I don't want to say blame Tony La Russa completely, but I think that kind of held them back a little bit all those years. Man, you could
No,
go
it
on forever
sucks.
with
I read an
that.
article 2 days ago where it said White Sox have the most talent in the division, and some reason can't put it together, and it's true.
And that division sucks. Like
Right.
the division is terrible right now, and they can't win it. They're 11 games under and 4 games back. Like, man, boys, come on, boys.
I think it's gonna be a lot of trades, man. The more I look at these teams, I can see the Phillies trying to beef up something. It's a lot of
I
teams I
just don't
think
know who.
on the fringe. Yeah, I couldn't tell you who. You brought up Bellinger to the Yankees. I think he'd be a great fit in that outfield in Philly.
And the only thing is with him is, I mean, yeah, the only thing is him is the strikeouts and everything, obviously. But I mean, like I just like that's my biggest thing. Other than Bellinger from the Cubs, like I just don't know. Like I could see like some teams trading, but it's like, are they trading somebody away or are they trading for somebody? That's my biggest loss right now. It's just because everyone's so jumbled up in the middle. It feels like everyone's basically the same. There's like a few teams that are up here, A lot of the good teams are right here, and then there's just everyone else down here, and it's just confusing.
Yeah, but see, half of those teams are going to make a decision to try and get better right now, and half of those teams are going to make the decision to let's gain prospects and just regroup
Oh yeah,
in
but like
2 years.
that's where I'm like, who's gonna do that? Who's gonna decide? Like, there's teams like the Mets probably not selling, Reds probably not selling, D-backs probably not doing that. Like I know those are all. I'm not besides the Mets. I know those are division leaders, but like those are teams like the Reds could like fall off a cliff all of a sudden because they're still the Cincinnati Reds. Let's not act like they're the walk of the town all of a sudden because their young guys are having a hot month. I want to see it more. Trust me, I still like the Reds and everything, but one of those things. It's like I think the Reds will be good, but it's like they could fall off a cliff and all of a sudden they're back to being middle of the road this season. I just truly don't know who's going to be like who's at the breaking point because there's some teams like the Mets. Like I said, the Mets. The Mets probably should sell, but there's no way in hell they do after the way they've been spending and everything. The Yankees probably should sell. They aren't going to. They're going to pick somebody up and they're going to keep all their DHs. Like I don't know who's going to do it because there's teams that should that aren't going to, and it's just I'm excited to see who's going to finally decide like yeah we got no shot because like you said the AL Central, everyone basically except for I think one team's in contention for it. So it's going to be fun to see what teams like all right let's do it. What teams are like we're done. Screw it.
The Yankees need to get their roster in a room, get behind the bunker, and throw a grenade in that motherfucker and just start the hell over, bro. I don't know what the heck.
Dude, they literally need to be like Judge, Rizzo, Volpe. You can go down to AAA. We'll call up the guy we should be calling up right now, and it's like, yeah, everybody else go over there, please. Garrett Cole, I guess you're fine. The pitching staff, you know what, you guys are doing fine. Get over here. And then yeah, literally like you said, grenade, roll it in there. You know what, Bader? Somebody jump on the grenade for Bader. Bader, get over here. Like it. They need some help, bro. For real, you were like, and then, like I said, they have 8 like, dude, it's to the point now. Like after yesterday, like I can't even bet on them for fun anymore. Especially with Aaron Judge out, like it's like, man, this team's just worthless, bro. Like one guy should not have to matter this much. Like, yes, I get Aaron Judge is good, but you're telling me, and Giancarlo Stanton, I guess he can. You know what? I guess you can come here and come on, man.
Boy,
everyone else, that's it. That's it. No, but like literally though, it's been frustrating. Like Giancarlo Stanton, when he sucks, he's terrible. And it's just Josh Donaldson still hurt. Carlos Rodon, somewhere getting back. Like, bro, what are they doing, man? Like, God.
Every time I hear Carlos Rodon name, bro, it's the funniest shit in my life.
Bro got paid
People
a bag.
think he's an ace.
In the back yeah. Hey, we got Garrett Cole for the ace role. We don't need him. We just need him to be a decent 3, maybe. Bro can't even get on the field. Bro got that Zion in him. But at least he's not drowning in pancake batter and big wet butts.
I watched him for 7 years try to be a starting pitcher to no success. And then all of a sudden, he's an ace. This shit is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. That boy is
It's all
trash.
about that potential now. Everyone just looks at analytics and like, oh, look what he could be. Look what he could be instead of using their eyes to see him. It's a mirage of analytics. Make everything look pretty and everything. And then it's like, oh, that boy trash.
I remember he went to the Giants and everybody was excited. And I was like, bro, that boy is trash, bro. Y'all don't understand. Y'all think
wasn't he average at the Giants? Like he had one good year, right? I think.
What do you consider good? That's what I keep trying to tell people. He's had a few good
outings.
Get
called down.
Yeah, I guess, man. I don't know, bro. Carlos Rodon. I mean, any White Sox pitcher, period, is the most overrated thing I've ever seen. Michael Kopech sucks. Dylan Cease sucks. Carlos Rodon
you think Cease sucks?
Big average. I mean, he's not no ace. Like they kind of make these. They try to make our pitchers act like they're the greatest thing ever. Overrated as hell.
Slice spread.
Lucas Giolito, the next Randy Johnson, whatever the fuck they call him. Big trash, bro. Our pitchers are trash. Our pitching coach is trash. Our pitching prospects is trash. It's crazy to me. They do it every year at the White Sox. Somehow we got a pitching prospect that's supposed to be cold as hell. And it turns into Lucas Giolito and Carlos Rodon.
And Fernando.
James Shields, baby. The best acquisition the White Sox ever made.
Jake Berger. I like his name. Oh, that's an American name if I've ever heard one. Man, the White Sox, man. It's depressing because like they're my second favorite team, and it's like I'm almost scared to own them right now.
Man, I got a White Sox tattoo on my stomach.
Hey, Actually, I lied. You can't disrespect my boy Rodon. I went to a no hitter he threw. That's my dog.
Yeah, bro. I wonder how long it
Drew-
took
I
him
don't
to
even.
get
I
the
can't
sticky
remember.
stuff off
Like,
his fingers.
yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
That's the thing
I think
about
that
the
was the
White
year
Sox
before he
pitchers.
signed the deal.
Think about it, bro. Sticky stuff come. We got the best prospects ever, bro. Lucas Giolito's throwing no hitters left and right. Rodon's throwing a no hitter. Kopech, Cease, ERA under 1. Sticky stuff comes out. Sticky stuff gets banned. Every one of their ERAs goes to 5 within a week. It's like too
I don't know,
obvious.
maybe they just weren't feeling it.
This is Captain by a hook with the red beard. Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs. My man JCP from
Them
the
boys.
JC Pod. Jaden Chandler, Parnell, a beast from the Middle East. Nah, I don't know. Don't judge me on that one.
Oh,
This-
I ain't from the Middle East. I'm white.
He's from the Midwest, though, huh?
Yeah.
That's-
Middle East, Midwest, same thing.
I know. I was trying to say
That's from the
Midwest,
Midwest.
but it was like,
That's
yeah,
from the
I was
Midwest.
trying to
I'm
rhyme
just
too.
That's not me. No, I feel it. It worked. I liked it. I said
Freestyles.
Middle East. I'm like, I did not expect that one.
As soon as I said it, I was like, what the hell? But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for the support and the
Love
love.
it.
Take all wagers at your own risk and please gamble responsibly.